Well, hello, Kingsman. Welcome back to the Napoleonic battlefield. We are doing something special, something new, and with something very old. We have Napoleonic Total War 3, but this is the 9.0 version of the game. For those of you who do not know, from time to time, they will the team that makes NTW3 will release a new version with new stats, new units. Sometimes they improve things. They do new maps. And 9.0 has been a long looked for update, I guess you would say. So today we are going to be looking at a 3v3 set by Suvorov on the Lord's Discord. I think it's the first replay that I've actually seen. So I watched part of this, and actually it was pretty intense. So I figured I would share it as the first 9.0 replay. And today it is a 3v3, like I said before. We have Helder, Suvorov, and then the HRE way in the back. Now, as you can see, these are all different. Now, the custom armies are different. I'm going to have to make a whole video explaining the differences between these. Look at this beautiful. This is, of course, the map of Stockuk. Pretty sure I'm mispronouncing that, but Stockuk. So, wow, look how beautiful that looks. Just so gorgeous. Anyway, so the Helder is going to be fighting, and I believe it is 3 French-Italy factions. Now, we can't see, as you can see with the new patch, you cannot see anything of the enemy anymore. You actually have to look in here, which, of course, this is all dragoons. We can't even tell which general they're bringing, and you can't tell what infantry they have. Now, of course, we do have some Kazakis madly charging into this mass of what looks like some grenadiers and light infantry here. Honestly, Helder not going to do too hot. They are just going to get pushed by a lot of French infantry. But we do have Helder pushing up here. They're going to hold this little cross area. They do have line infantry formed up, a lot of UK line infantry. And they don't have a musket bug. They have switched sides. They fixed the musket bug, which means the UK faction is very potent. And we do have more line infantry setting up over here. Some line infantry, some Grens right there. Not a lot of Grens for Helder. We have the foot. Ooh. The foot guards combined with Grenadiers. Some artillery setting up as well. Some 6-pounders. And you have line infantry shooting some of the Grenadier or Dragoons. My apologies. Now we do have over here, Helder is charging some Kazakis into, it looks like, some Chasseurs Cheval of France. Gonna break instantly. Now we do have, like I said, the coalition is kind of sandwiched here. There's another France-Italy army pushing up here. And then there, of course, is one way in the back, I believe, over here somewhere. Oh, there they are. They're right here. So they're all pushing up. Suvorov, of course, is going to have to form up here to face off against them. Helder must hold this line. They do have some cavalry here. They have American rifles, the Jaegers, forming up as well. Oh, look at that. This is beautiful. Just so beautiful. You can see the French massing up here, and they're going to start taking some pot shots. And who are we kidding? These aren't pot shots, these are crack shots. So they're going to start dropping some of the line infantry, which of course you can see, you can't tell the losses they actually are taking now. But you can see the ground is littered with French dead. But they are going to push up here and start taking fire against this line infantry. We do have the foot guards backing up. Now remember, these guys can't tell which units are which. So Grenadiers on this side and foot guards over here, and they can't tell that that's what these guys are. So they could get very close, get very aggressive, which actually looks like they are actually really pushing up on this right side of Helder. Over here, not a whole lot. You just have some advancement. France is going all in over here. Gonna get very close. The smoke making it difficult to even see, and their line infantry just keep pushing forward into this valley of sorts. They have line infantry. Oh my goodness. You have units about to break over here. And they did break. My gosh. They're taking some serious losses here, but they're going for a bayonet charge. And, ooh. That's going to be rough, but they keep massing forward more and more line infantry on this side. You see France is pushing. You do have Helder. They have their foot guard. Now, as a reserve, and the Kazakhstans will charging in here, trying to stop this flank. They need to readjust their entire line here. They are starting to lose. Over here, it looks like Suvorov is going to be engaging with the French. They have 3 musketeers. They brought only, I don't think they brought any Grens, to be honest. They brought a lot of musketeers and already opening up fire here. Some punishing volleys on the French. On this side, it's getting concerning. Helder's having some mass breaks as their line just keeps crumbling. They're going to send their grenadiers in, but they're getting countercharged by France. These foot guards as well, but France is going fully in here and actually really starting to hurt this Helder line here. Even in the forest, you see some cavalry, some dragoons charged the 2-5s. Probably going to break that flank. Over here, France is massing through the forest. This is a huge problem. Helder needs to fall back, I would say, all the way to this bridge, this town. Maybe have a fighting retreat, hold this high ground right here, but they need to fall back. You can see a huge rout by Helder. They do have their Gassari light cav going in against the French line infantry. Maybe they can break a couple more. Over here, Suvorov is forming up, and France, once again, being very aggressive. Suvorov has 3 line infantry. They do have some reserves, so they can definitely hold this area. They've already done some punishing volleys against the French. France is now going to return fire and keep pushing up here. HRE is still on the way back. They're not even close, so it's 2v2 at this point still. Now, you can see over here, these skirmishers are still in the fight, picking away at the back of the French line. These foot guards, the Toros, are going to fall back. Helder did lose their line infantry, the 2-5s, in the force against the Dragoons, and they are going to fall all the way back. All their line infantry, they do have some more infantry on this left side, but France is pushing, and oh my goodness, look at this push. Suvorov is causing the French to fall back. They even have howitzers forming up here, trying to catch both sides of this fight, but Suvorov is putting down some beautiful fire and massing. They have a hill. They have a beautiful hill, which the French are definitely trying to take. They're going to have musketeers now pushing up and try to flank the French. The French are massing up, though. We have cavalry charging Helder's artillery. Helder is just losing this fight here. Keep in mind, these Dragoons cannot see who it can and can't form square. But they are charging right in. More cav charging the foot guards here. Ain't gonna fall back. They're just trying to stop Helder from falling back without taking heavy losses. More cav charging in. France is not letting Helder get away. This is rough. Poor Helder. Helder is just really facing a lot. They need to keep falling back. France is badly bloodied, I'd say, over here, but they are pushing on this flank. The rest of the army is very fresh. On this side, you can see their cav breaking a lot of Helder line infantry. These foot guards still in this fight. They just keep smacking. Now they're smacking some Kazakis. Suvorov looks like they are doing a beautiful job of holding this hill against the French. France now pushing on this left side. As they mount the hill, though, they are to come under heavy fire. What a beautiful cinematic shot. Like, no kidding. Oh, we have cavalry charging, possibly trying to charge the guns. They did not get very far. You see France is breaking here. Helder now positioning himself in the town. These foot guards not going to hold too well as they are outflanked. And we do have the foot guard over here just gonna, they're dead. Very sadly, they're getting bayonet charged in their square. They are dead. Suvorov, though, looks like they are doing a beautiful stand. In fact, why not have a cav charge? Oh, wait, what? Oh, that is right. So, the HRE killed a French general way in the back lines. You always got to watch your flanks here. France is forming here. They are not doing too well. Oh, cav now going in. We have cuirassiers of Suvorov charging, causing a mass rout. Countercharged by Dragoons of France, but France just had a huge break here. They lost 3 line infantry thus far. They may lose even more as Suvorov's pushing at their musketeers even more so than before. And this could be a huge break for the coalition as they are having their back pushed by Helders just having to fall back. HRE is still very far away from this fight, but this may be the lucky break. Yeah, bayonet charge now. More cavalry Dragoons charging in the flank of the French Dragoons and just causing a mass chain rout here. I was gonna see what unit this was, but I can't tell. And then look at this, the flank of Dragoons on the other side. It is just mass routing here. France needs a fallback. They are losing men constantly. And Suvorov has beaten back the first attack, but there is another attack. You already can see the beginnings of the next French army, and a lot of this French troops probably will fall back. Over here, we have Helder now desperately. Oh, look at this. Going for the French guns here. Totally and utterly annihilating them. They lost their, they lost their skirms over here too. That's sad. But they took out the French guns, so France does not have the artillery. So it's a very even fight, and they are holding the hill. What's going on here? That cav looks like they did break. Not before. Man, I just love a shot with the sun in it. It just looks so beautiful. Yeah, no, the French now holding back here. They do not want to push up till they have their entire army. I mean, looking at, you know, what they're going to be facing here. It ain't going to be pretty. It's a field of death already. So HRE need to get here because, I mean, Helder's actually holding decently well here. Now they have the kind of a bit of an inlet here. They have the LOC, or the town that they're holding at. They, of course, keep having men routing and wavering. They have grenadiers. Where's the rest of them? 121. Where are they? We do have Cav charging in here, though. They better form a square. Yikes. Oh, no. They just got smacked. France being very, very good on their Cav charges. Oh, the rest of the grenadiers are in the LOC. That's why. But Helder may have to give way in part of this town and hold just right here, because Suvorov is going to probably... France should be focusing right here, and they should be focusing right here. Right here is the weakest point in the town. And you can see they just keep charging Helder. Helder has some squarables. Not these guys, or these guys, technically. Their general is in danger of getting killed himself. But their line infantry just keep routing. Now we do have LOC. They're able to shoot here. But France is pouring into this town. Where is the HRE? Oh, we do have... No, that's just Cav. The rest of the army is still way in the back lines here. Thankfully, Suvorov actually may be able to help their ally out if they need to. Put some troops over in the town because this left flank is definitely caving. Over here, this fight seems very even between the French and Helder. Both sides very equally balanced at the point in time. This point in time. Oh man, so beautiful. Just so beautiful. Howitzers, I'm assuming. No, just artillery. But yeah, we do have the forces clashing still in this town. A lot of smoke here from the engaged parties. And France has some units in this town flanking Helder. So if Helder is holding on by a thread here, they should maybe fall back a little bit more here. They can give a little more ground just to fend. Ooh, that artillery. So they got a juicy kill on these musketeers, who are now going to fall back. They are holding this hill beautifully. HRE have not even been engaged except for their cavalry, but they do have some line infantry who are pushing up here. They're rushing in for the town. They just got to get here. And look at how many grenadiers they are bringing. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 grenadiers. I hear cav charge. Yes, we do have the French attacking Helder, trying to seal their fate, and line infantry charging as well. No, they're going for a general for Helder. Helder getting bayonet charge back. France they're trying to get aggressive before they get any reinforcements into this town. But Helder and Suvorov still have some troops, so it's not looking too hot for the coalition at this point in time. Over here, it's holding beautifully. And they're definitely holding their own against the French. Pouring in those volleys. But the French columns are definitely going to be a problem. You can see more of them pushing up here. They are not actually too aggressive. I'm surprised. They aren't trying to pincer this coalition at their weakest point here. They can rout a lot of units of Helder and Suvorov, but they are not really seeming to be pushing on both sides like they should. They should be pushing up immediately. Ignore this artillery. Push on this side. I guess push down the road. I don't know. Ooh, we have some friendly fire. This artillery, which looks like a 12-pounder. I'm assuming it's a 12-pounder. But we do have some skirmishers now, some voltigeurs pushing up for the French, probably to reinvigorate the skirmish so they can not let their men rest up. We do have HRE almost to the town. They just got to hold on a little bit longer. Helder has to just hold. But France actually is ignoring the town, and they are pushing up on what's remaining of Helder here. Helder desperately standing their ground. They have some converged grenadiers. We're going to form a square. I feel like that's a trap that now the line infantry are going to charge. Yep, here we go. We got line infantry charging in. Helder's not going to hold. And Cav is going to smack this line, and Helder... They may have sacrificed those units so that Suvorov could hold this river, because this river is going to be a tough cookie for them to bite into. But yeah, see, France is pushing just a little bit too late. They got their units across, and they still have the high ground around this whole area. And with HRE forming up in this town, Helder's still in the town. France over here is looking pretty weak. It wouldn't take much of the HRE really push. They could take out the French army here. But France does have a connected front. And HRE are forming up pioneers here. They have line infantry. So HRE split their army to reinforce Suvorov and Helder. Very wise of them. And like I said, Grenadiers in this town was probably the best call. I mean, these guys have the best. And with the new update, one thing is the charge bonus that these guys get. You get an amazing charge bonus, so you want to use that to your advantage here. Melee's not really changed, but the charge bonus. Oh man, I'm excited to see that. But Suvorov is now forming up. They are really getting focused here. This is a bad spot to be. They can have the French can form up in a ring around them and outshoot them. So I'm curious to see what they do. France may even be trying to go for the 6-pounders. They are weaker to muskets now, so you can shoot an artillery crew and they will be more susceptible to the death and destruction here. Look at, you can see the church steeple in through the smoke. That's kind of cool. It's really cool. Suvorov is holding, and now the pioneers are here, so France is actually falling back on this flank. But HRE have finally made their arrival. Helder has only a couple units left, but they have held the town. They have done what they needed to. They even had some Kisakis in the back here, so those guys may come in handy in just a little while. But you gotta watch out for this French cab. This French cab will charge these Grennes. They can't form square. You'll be very careful. This cab has done some lightning fast attacks. And already we have some line infantry, possibly some Grennes or sappers pushing in here. This looks like some grenadiers. So France is pushing up here with some of their, yeah, these may be sappers. I don't know. I can't tell. See that cav and line infantry pushing up here, so HRE need to get their units in order. These guys can form squares, so they better. Oh no, did they? Oh, but the line infantry are gonna bayonet charge in here, getting that charge bonus there and start. This is not gonna look too hot for the HRE here. They're gonna have some major problems. They have a lot of grenadiers though. Helder's gonna push up some of their musketeers as well. Suvorov is still holding here, but they are actually having some losses against the masses of France. So can they hold? They do have pioneers in a long line here, just taking as many shots as possible at them. And the masses of infantry are pushing up. We have Suvorov line infantry in reserve. Oh my goodness, HRE is just getting attacked. All their Grens are engaged. And they already have Grens broken. So many grenadiers in this town square. And the cavalry seems to be determined to stay in here. Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, whose general died? Oh, Kazakis went for the French general. I knew they would do something. So they attacked, and now France is maybe going to have some morale issues. I don't know if they're even engaging over here. This is the other French army. But things are turning very rapidly. This mass fight of grenadiers in the square. This is turning nasty very fast. But keep in mind, these are grenadiers, HRE grenadiers. They have their general nearby. Suvorov is still holding this hill. They have held this hill this entire time. And the HRE are finally getting involved in this fight now that Suvorov is actually starting to break. But they've held against 2 repeated attacks. So I'd say that I would be proud to say I played Suvorov. That was a good hold. But they are starting to, their forces are starting to tell against a lot of French now pushing up on them. Artillery gonna maybe die here. France is looking pretty bad here. Their morale is looking shaky. They have broken a lot of HRE units. But there goes the mass rout, and France on that side is gone. So now the HRE can start pushing up on the flank of France. This is definitely looking like it's gonna be a victory for the coalition at this point. HRE are able to fire now. They are in combat. Oh, we have more units. Yep. Oh, look at this bayonet charge. France is pushing for the hill. They are pushing for the hill. And this is the main front of their attack. Oh, we did have Cavs. So we did have some Guisards charging in against France. Basically paralyzing 5 units in position. And now we have Cuirassiers charging in on the French. Gonna get countercharged by some Grenadier or Dragoons of France. And this hill may finally be sort of in French control. I can't even tell. There's a huge fight here where HRE are now taking the banner. Oh, we do have some cavalry charging in the back lines. Some grenadiers. Definitely doing their part. And now bayonet charge in the front, and France is going to start caving here. They did make a pretty solid push up here, but I think there was enough HRE, Suvorov mainly, actually Suvorov mostly, was able to hold them, sending in their heavies. They do still have some Dragoons. We're starting to charge in. There's still a good French position over here by this river. There's 4 units here, and then 5 more over here. Some scattered over here. But France has broken against the HRE. And they're going to start sweeping over the hill and over the town in a pincer movement. In a pincer-like motion here. Elder's still in this fight. I mean, they took the brunt of that fight, but they just dropped my phone. They did their part. HRE now going to move out with their grenadiers. I'm expecting some bayonet charges from the HRE. I'd be very disappointed if there aren't. But, I mean, they may not even need to. France is just getting shot to pieces here. They have a good position, but it's not going to matter. And, yeah, they're starting to break. Oh, wow, that's a good position on the hill. Too bad they weren't able to fire before this. Like, they just finally got in position. I mean, that's a beautiful position. Maybe they should have been so aggressive. I don't know. But you do have Hussars taking on, what are these? Hussars? Hussars versus Hussars. What a bloody field here. Yeah, France is going to fall back and have just a desperate last stand is what I'm going to assume here. There's nothing else really you can't do at this point. And this battle has been going for about 26 minutes, so not a bad battle for the first battle. Nice 3v3. Very fierce fighting. The town was held. And France, yeah, they're going to do their last stand here as the HRE are going to form up. And yeah, it looks like Suvorov charged in with their cav in line infantry here, trying to just break the rest of France, and France is breaking. Now, cav is less effective in 9.0, but not like that really would matter that much. Victory, I would say, for the coalition. Man, the sun's so bright. In this battlefield, hard fought, a lot of death, but the town was held by the Elder. Good job on their point. We have like 1 or 2 units here in the back. I'm gonna fast forward here. I think it's over. Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 units left, but yeah, like I said before, I guess I can just chit chat while we're waiting for the 1 or 2 units to rout. I'm gonna make a guide video just explaining. I feel bad because I was starting to make, man, I need a drink of water. What I was saying is I felt bad because I started making guides for 8.9 and then 9.0 came out. So I'm going to have to totally restart in a way. I mean, some of the basics don't change. So anyway, this battle, like I said, Bolero was playing as Suvorov. SM was the Helder, and then Leaves was the second coalition. HRE didn't get into as much because it was so far away. But yeah, France, some of them did really well, some of them not so hot. I don't know which one was on which side because you can't tell anymore. But yeah, these cuirassiers did excellent work. The cav for Suvarov definitely is what helped those charges out into the line. Really, really wreaked havoc on France. So I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun to watch. I'm excited to see more of these battles, see the newer maps. There's tons of new maps, so we will check those out as people play them or as we play them ourselves. Definitely going to be streaming some 9.0 this weekend, so that's about it, guys. For me, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.